Paul, a 1-1 draw with Buxton today. I know off the back of a goalless draw over the weekend that 2 points from 6 isn't the return that you would have been looking for, obviously. But what are your thoughts after the game today?
Probably something similar to what we've been like. I mean, it's clear as day where we're lacking that goal threat, but I felt we had the better of the chances. I don't recall them having another effort other than the free kick where they scored. I can't really remember any. But I felt we were. Listen, we went for it. We've ended up 4-2-4 at the end, even with Bakes pushing on, and Brendan, Byron, Bliss, and Devan. We're clearly trying to go for the win. We did on Saturday. Both teams we've come up against have looked to sort of slow the game. So it just adds to your frustration. But we're not a million miles away. We're not far off. We know where we need to improve. I keep saying it, I'm bored of saying it. But I won't just go willy-nilly with the club's money and just bring in somebody for the sake of it. I'd sooner be nearly there looking for someone than nearly there and someone else be in the building who's not giving us what we need. We know what we need. Obviously, we didn't emphasise or envisage, I should say, wrong word, Ozzy being the time he's been, and I've just, like I got told this morning, he's going to be another 4 to 6 weeks. So that hurts, would hurt anyone, because I'm sure if you made him available there'd be a dozen clubs all over him. So that's the type of player who is missing. Bliss was struggling for today's game, and he's been used too much. He's not the type of player who could keep playing and playing and playing. And that wasn't the plan when we signed him. But he's gave everything he's got, and he didn't want to rule himself out today because he knows where we are in the forward situation. But I felt, I know Byron can play there, he's played there before. And I felt that worked at times with his movements coming off, coming to feet and playing through. But just the times, again, the fine margins where you want that little bit more care with the pass, that little bit more quality when it comes to going into the box. I just felt we lacked it too much. But some of our approach play was good. Good signs from Kobe. So as I say, we know where we need to be. We know what we need to do. If anyone's got a forward who they want to give us or whatever, or any of the fans know of any, they're telling me what I need. I know what we need. I share the frustrations, but it's not that easy.
No, and I suppose in the situation we're in at the moment as well, with that we haven't necessarily got the score in depth in the side at the moment as well, is you have to be a little bit careful about leaving the back door open as well, don't you? You can't go gung-ho at games.
Yeah, and that's it. And I keep saying we're not a million miles away, and I'm teetering on changing the formation, but I know there hasn't been a game. I mean, you take the Kings Lynn game for argument's sake. We're not. They went 4 goals better than us. Like I said before, Southport we should win. Today, I feel we've had the better chance with Prince. Prince should do better with the header. And sometimes, like I said before, it's fine margins where you have to be on the right side and you have to take those opportunities, even if they're few, because there's not going to be games that are wide open where you're going to get chance after chance after chance. So when they are presented to you, you do have to take them, and unfortunately the ones that were getting the penalty Saturday, as I say, that header today, penalty against Ketten, these chances we've got to take. I know that more than anybody, we've got to take them. No one's trying to miss, but we've got to be better, we've got to be more ruthless.
Sure. And again, I suppose there might be maybe a little bit of anxiety creeps in as well when players know that the chances might be at a premium, and when something falls their way, it might be one of the best chances that we get. That it's difficult to maybe get players to relax when they know that that's the situation and just do what comes naturally. There's maybe snatching at it a little bit.
Yeah, it does. That little bit of apprehension does come into it, because the longer it goes, where you haven't sort of scored a bag full, or certain players have missed opportunities that they've had, it does creep in. But I've said to them in there, look, we're not far off. Got to keep going. Got to keep trying to do the right things, which we are, and we've got to make sure that we're always in the game, which we are, because it will drop for us. It will drop. I think anybody who's been watching us will say, yeah, we're lacking in that area, and that's the main area. That's the area that makes the difference. But like you say, it's not for the lack of trying, not just us looking to bring somebody in, working with what we've got to try and improve that. So listen, I know where we need to be. I know what we need to do. It's just about being patient with it, and it will swing for us. Sure.
There's been some activity, hasn't there, in as regards bringing somebody into the club, and I believe that's going to be announced fairly shortly.
Yeah, we've signed Jamie Allen, who was at Halifax, was his last club. There'll be a bit of a song and dance over his, why he left. He was on Love Island. I don't watch it, so it doesn't interest me. But he went on it, the decision he made. He got asked, did he want to go on it? He went on it. I think he earned a couple of quid, so who's to knock him, really? But like I say, that doesn't interest me. The only thing that interests me is that we've signed a good player. It'll take a little bit of getting up to speed, because he's been lying around the pool and stuff like that, so I'm told. So yeah, so he'll give us that other option as well in the attack. He favours the right side. He's got pace, he's got power, and he's performed at the level above for a number of years, and always at clubs that have been up around the top of the league. So he gives us that. I said it out there on the radio that probably Matty Brown's got a bit to do with that as well, because he knows him from Halifax. So we managed to get the edge over a couple of clubs who obviously I think we've got one over on, to be honest. We've only got one over if we get the best out of them, and that's what the plan is. But we're still looking to strengthen it. We've got a few young lads who need some game time and going out on loan, which was always the plan. So now we've got that. We'll be looking to get a few of the younger lads out to get some important game time to continue with the development and keep working with what we've got for the first team, if you like, to improve where we're at. But like I said before, we're not a million miles away at all, and I don't care what anyone says, because we're not.
Sure. And just touching on Jamie, I've had a brief conversation about him, and he's very keen, as much as, yes, there will be the attention around him because of what he's been doing in the last few weeks, but I got the impression he's keen to play that down, and he wants. It's being a footballer that he wants to make the impression with here.
Yeah, I had a conversation with him, and I said, so where does football sort of rank in your priorities right now? Because obviously you've gone and done what you've done, and I believe that agreement was done months ago, near Christmas time with Halifax. So I think it just turned a little bit with change of manager and stuff, the decision to release him. If the previous manager would have been there, I don't think he'd have been released. So
he was given a new contract in the summer, wasn't he?
Yeah. So I asked him the question about where's football lying as priorities, and he said it's his main priority. He wants to focus. He wants to be at a club. He wants to be somewhere where he feels he can be part of something moving forward, which is what we're trying to do here. It doesn't happen in the flick of a switch or the blink of an eye. It happens when it happens, and we're working towards making that. He's another addition to the squad, which will improve us, definitely improve us. So fans should be excited that we've got him in, and like I say, we're still working on trying to do more.
Sure. It's going to be a bit of an unusual week, because obviously it's Monday today with the game, so I don't imagine they'll be training tomorrow. Maybe just one training session this week before filed on Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll train Thursday. Lads have put a lot into the last couple of games, which is to be expected. So yeah, we'll train Thursday. Lads have got an extra day to recover. When they have a midweek game, it's usually the Tuesday, so they've got an extra day to recover, which will give us the chance to do a good session for Thursday in preparation for final.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for your time, Paul. Cheers.
Thanks.